I do know some of the details of some of the dreams, but I don't know all of them. It's unexplainable, of course. I got a couple of them that ramble around in my head. One of them is basically, uh, it's like since we have all this conversation about statute of limitations of things that happened in your past that people are trying to prosecute people for in their life. I don't know who came up with that plan. You know, there are people out here who's really suffering from problems that happen in their life. But behind closed doors and behind closed curtains, and when the veil is removed, you get the reality. And reality check is basically face to face, eye to eye. I have this dream like I'm being subpoenaed, or there's someone searching to bring me some papers about maybe a will. You know, there's so many people over all these years I've been alive. Maybe there's a death certificate that's out there, somebody's will I'm in, and it can go, the funds can go to unclaimed funds. Well, I could be a multimillionaire by just default. Ancestors handed it down to me like reparations. We as black people argue amongst ourselves, and we argue with Africans that don't like us. Now, the Africans in America are tribal, and they're on the same level as immigrants. They don't give a shit about natural born foundational black Americans. You can go to Tariq Nasheed's YouTube page, and he's always arguing with tethers. That's almost a racist nickname for Africans. That their belief is that we should come over there and take citizenship when they don't have nothing to offer us. They're scammers. If we came to their country and sat down, we're not protected by what we were naturally born with over here in America, with the Constitution protecting us. We built this fucker over here, and we're not going nowhere. We're not running from a country that our ancestors died. We need our reparations, and we need our checks cut now. I got bank accounts with Wells Fargo, Capital One, Chase. I give you my route number and my checking number, and the IRS has all my information. Just put my motherfucking millions of dollars in the bank, tax free, and give me what the blood, sweat, and tears that my ancestors deserved and they left for us. So we can have at least a fair chance to get ahead. People just be out here yipping and yapping their mouth talking about what we don't deserve. Well, if you look at white supremacy, all it is that right wing extremists are skinheads, white nationalists who have really lost their fucking way, and Republicans who are capitalistic in their thinking, and all they want in society is to rule with a strong fist and trample over everybody. We deserve what we deserve, and nobody's begging for nothing because we work for everything. We just tired of being tired. In our youth, young rich niggas is out here doing their thing. They trying to find their way when they have no love. Nobody cares about them. So what are they doing? They're fighting by any means necessary when someone comes with all the artillery and they have nothing. And they scream out every single day and every moment, what am I doing to you? What did I do wrong? Dreams and nightmares. You see, with me behind a closed curtain, I have another dream. It's unexplainable. It's about, and it runs through my head every time I close my eyes and go to sleep. Like, we only gonna live so long. You know, comment section down there always yipping and yapping and trying to investigate somebody and just stuck on stupid. In everybody's, uh, on everybody's platform. And you gotta ignore that. Keep pushing and plowing forward. But my second dream that I keep having that's unexplainable is it's like there's this person who's in a hospital somewhere and they have a caretaker that doesn't care about them, that keeps sedating them. And they're trying to fucking wake up, and the people on the outside are like trying to get in touch with their next of kin or people who love them. They keep saying, no, they're not here. I'm sorry, they're not here. And as each shift changes, that person is screaming, help me, help me. A quiet, like, you know how crickets do? You can hear them, but you ignore them. It's not real, but it's like in my dream, unexplainable dream. It's probably never, it's not something that I know that's going on. It's just I'm articulating it for the first time and I've been able to slow down. And my mind is kind of healed from my concussion and my stroke that I had, you know, a mild one. And I'm starting to get my intelligence back again and my motor skills running right and my slurring of my words is it's not as bad as it was. You can't get no therapy from that. But yeah, the truth of the matter is they keep giving this person more and more medication they can go back to sleep. And they're like, no, 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 help me, help me. Of course, that's uh, that type of, you know, you can be sued for that type of, you know, practice. Your license can be taken if you do something. I don't know where that struggle comes from, but this is behind the curtains. It's like secret society shit, you heard me? And there are people that get their body parts stolen from them. And all kinds of dangerous things happen. And when you have human beings who have their own political stance in life and they don't know who to take it out on, they do evil things. But this is not something like I go as a whisperer. I'm running as a whisperer to tell somebody that something is happening. I have no, it's not proven. It's just a dream that it's unfulfilled in my brain, the outcome and why it keeps happening, it keeps coming up. I'm just sharing life as life shares with me the changes. Uh, it's behind the curtain, when the veil is veiled, and at my eulogy, what will they ever speak about me? I have no idea because I won't hear it. Cremation is my desire. If I ever get put to rest, I don't want my flesh sitting in the ground, and my bones sitting in the ground. I want to be free to be blown in the ocean anywhere. Shit, where the water is free, let me go. I don't need to be sitting no Euro or whatever you call that, sitting on nobody's. I'm done. Like I said, I threw all my shit out. I have nothing. And I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with that. It's just me in a little raggedy bag I walk around with, and I'll throw that bitch away. I'm gonna get a book bag eventually. I want no strongholds, no small writing. And I'm just looking at the world for what it is. No attachments. I don't want to argue every day. I've already experienced the lust. It percolates. Everything's working correctly on me. You know, I have a little bit of struggles every now and then with some sort of, you know, uh, regulations that's going on with circulation. It could be food allergies, could be just blood flow. These are natural things when your body is getting older. It slows down, so you just gotta listen to it. And as far as my stamina, that shit is fire. I mean, I move so fast I've fallen down a couple times. That's what happens. When you think you're young, you're not young. I pray, I, I pray for you all who don't know what to do with your brain. Like I look at Tyrese. You know, his biggest thing is that he don't know how to use his mind, and he did have relations with the women, and he has to pay child support. Well, you gotta keep working, brother, until child support's over with. And sorry you made so much money, but he's sitting on social media, Tyrese the actor, and just like lost his fucking mind. He's an embarrassment. Like that's one some bitch somebody should take the phone from and tell him don't talk no more. Because on the surface he make rational sense and his looks keep people coming, but he is definitely emotionally disturbed. He's a broken spirit. He's in a sunken place. Every now and then, from high to low, depression. And I don't even know how a real woman could be with him, because she's gonna run the show. He's not leadership material inside of a relationship with that type of mindset. But then he was counseling Will and Jada. I don't even understand why Jada Pinkett didn't give him the sex. He's a handsome man, but you know, I guess she knew that he wasn't thorough enough for her. Uh, you know what I'm saying? P. Diddy, man, he having these sneak phone calls. He's gonna get out and he's gonna kick ass. So if this man's willing to want to pay $50 million to get out for a few months just to go back in for quite a long time in years, unless Trump pardons him, he really got an issue to resolve. Or there's something out here that he's looking for besides just freedom, because you know you're gonna do some time. I just walk it out. You know, get comfortable. try to get them, instead of using his money to get them to let him out, he escaped life in prison. All he gotta do is just take his ass in a mindset, say, well, I escaped life in prison. Let me do my little bit of rest of the time for society, rehabilitate myself, move differently, take all my time and money, uh, uh, and get all the people in my inner circle together to start building businesses on the outside, and me making sure that every T is crossed and every I is dotted, where when I get out, I got it made. Because when you get out those first interviews, woo, man, documentaries, reunion concerts, it's gonna be karma when he wins, stands up there at the podium. He ain't like R. Kelly. R. Kelly is done. Only Trump can pardon him. Same thing with C. Murder. He's done. Cash Out is done. You know, there's a whole. I mean, they got behind closed doors, man, behind the closed curtain with this AI shit, with these white supremacy and these law enforcement groups, all the alphabet letters, from DOJ all the way down to locals, street cops, sheriffs, and, DA, ATF, U.S. Marshals, state troopers, the COs in the jail, everywhere, man. It's a whole system out here. Even the deputized uh, house, was neighborhood watch, patrols, security, your next door neighbor, all these Karens and Kens, everybody and their fucking mama hate black men who are foundation of black Americans. I mean, they just can't stand us. Like, ew. Like we the worst of the worst. And we built this bitch, man. Y'all should be honoring us. And what you do is you steal everything from us rather. And you mac our style and everything about us to exhaustion as a fad. You ain't about being on the front lines. You don't know nothing about that. Y'all sit back and then delusional. If things happen to you, you're like, huh? Is that real? Did that really happen? Oh, you know what it's like now, huh? But anyways, this is Trap God, kid. You'll do testimonies behind the closed curtain, man. I'm just like, I love y'all, man, and I'm just one of the realest. And I'm not what you want. I don't look the way you want. I don't act the way you want. And you can say what you want about me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Just like you don't care about my entity. Brothers. Our women take us to be nothing but expendable. They utilize us for protection and for somewhat of a sex pleasure until we're used up and we're no good, or physically for protection or for somewhat of communication. The 60s, women are great. The 70s, women are independent. The 80s on up, Yo, if you get you a good one, then you straight. But the 80s, when that, and Control, when that Madonna and that Janet Jackson shit started, that's when everybody flipped. All the women flipped, and it was done. And they can be in control. But, you know, opening doors and carrying your luggage and doing things for you, chivalry. And nah, today is my money is my money and your money is my money from a woman's perspective. So I'm not just talking to be talking. They'll talk to you and tell you anything if you want to just speak words. Oh, they're gonna know you talking about. You just talking that shit. Somebody, he worrying about calling up Tyree, speaking Tyrese's name in existence. We should be taking his phone and getting mental health over to him ASAP. That's just talking to me talking.